My name is John Dreisick. I was a chemistry teacher for 36 years. I'm also a NASA researcher. And these are the things, these are known carcinogens. I counted 36 carcinogens they put in fracking water, and they say this is safe to drink. I don't understand. There were some politicians in there. My God, I couldn't put them at them saying this is safe. This will produce cancer. And there's no way to control it.
Okay, we're going to get started here.
Hi again. Okay.
I want to thank all the folks here for coming out to testify and to have a presence here in Binghamton while the EPA is coming to gather information. This has been a 2-year excursion for a lot of people. As I look around, they've been staying up late Googling things and getting more and more information. The first speaker we have today is Frieda Jacques from the Turtle Clan, and will speak to us from that perspective and the perspective of having a long history in this area.
Thank you all for being here today. We are right on the verge of a disaster if we allow them to use fracking in our country, in our homeland. All of life depends on water and clean water. And you know, the Mohawks warned the people who worked on the Seaway many years ago. They asked them to please don't mess with the waterways. And we now know that those waters are polluted now, and that the people are warned not to eat more than 1 fish a month. So now, it is our time to speak up and say, don't pollute the water. Don't use millions of gallons of water and make it into a chemical mush to leave somewhere to poison animals and people in the future. If it's truly necessary to get methane out of the ground, do not do it and leave putrid chemicals left over to hurt all life in the future. You need to look into the 7th generation and see what they will be left with. And at the moment, it's a sad prospect. So please, please speak up, continue working very hard, and I know you all are, to stop the fracking. I don't know if there's a clean way for them to do it, but so far this fracking sounds so very, very dangerous. So please, heed our words. Thank you.
So I'm Wes Gillingham from Catskill, Mountainkeeper, and we were one of a handful of organizations that got wind of this early on 2 years ago. And one of the first hearings that I actually testified in Albany, it was in front of the Assembly Environmental Conservation Committee, and the hearings lasted all day long with no windows in the room where the hearings were. And by the end of the day, there was very few people left in the room. There were the whole Environmental Conservation Committee was not there, but there was one person there who was there the entire time and diligently taking notes, and that was Assemblywoman Barbara Lifton from Hopkins County.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for being here. And I really want to thank the EPA for being here. You know, when my constituents come to me in large numbers and let me know they're concerned about something, I quickly start paying attention and started reading and studying and listening to all the concerns, both from lay people and from scientists and everybody that had something worthwhile to say. And there were so many. We heard them again today. It's so amazing. I turned to my staffer and said, "Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing the number of people that have really are so deeply invested in this and have read and studied and are here to speak, are writing, you know, one of the most difficult tasks in the world, right? To take all of your thoughts and try to put it into writing. So it's so impressive to see that kind of commitment to this critically important issue. And so, of course, I stayed through all the hours of the hearing in the Assembly and many more such meetings and hearings. Today I tried to stay on topic with the issue of water with the EPA, but in my comments to the DEC, and I think it's worth repeating here, I said very clearly, we need to look at the bigger picture, take the longer view. The UN Climate Panel is telling us we are running out of time on global warming. We have got 6 years, the world's climate scientists are telling us. What are we doing drilling for more fossil fuel? I don't know about you folks, but I've got children and I've got grandchildren. And I'm with Frieda of the Turtle Clan, who says, we need to look in generations ahead. They're going to be mighty ticked off at us if we let our water be heard and if we don't deal with the critical issue of global warming, not by drilling for more fossil fuels. Bob Howard's wonderful work showing that this may indeed be actually less green than what we're doing now. That's really shocking and astounding. We need to study this. We need to do this. We need to move very carefully. But really what we need, I think, is a federal Marshall Plan for renewable energy. We need to stop subsidizing the oil and gas industry to the tune of $75 billion a year. And we need to put that money into wind and solar and geothermal and ocean currents. We do have the technology. The technology's working. We are just not putting it to use. We need to do that for ourselves, for our children, for our grandchildren, and for generations to come. Thank you all for all of your participation.